Alright, so the live adaptation of The Last of Us is finally here, and I have some thoughts on it. Now before I begin, I want to say if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and definitely comment your thoughts if you saw the episode too. Now going into this, I was a little bit nervous because video game adaptations are a bit iffy, but this is The Last of Us. The Last of Us is one of my favorite video games of all time, and I'm also one of the few people that enjoyed the second one, so I couldn't help but be excited. I'm going to try and not to spoil too much. I know most people who's watched the episode, or was watching the show in general, probably played the game, but there is a good few people who have not seen this before, so I'll say light spoilers. I won't go into any details about any of the major plot points. One thing that I just loved right off the bat was that they made the world feel like The Last of Us. Like, there were bunches of scenes in this episode where I was like, they ripped this straight from the game. They did a great job setting up the tone and establishing the world to show you just how truly dangerous it is. The Last of Us is a brutal world and they don't shy away from that. What's so scary about this world is that the fungus that turns people into these monsters is a real thing. The fungus does exist, but it affects ants. But that makes you think, like, what if they do one day evolve to the point where they do affect us too? Like, that's terrifying. One little detail I like is with the zombies, you can see the fungus sticking out of their mouths. So when they go to bite someone, you can see them transferring the fungus to that person. I thought that was pretty cool. As I was watching, I was thinking like, okay, they're going to have the bulk of the episode to set everything up, and then maybe the last 10 minutes the ball drops. No, like 20 minutes in, boom, zombie apocalypse. Which I did like because people who have played the game already know what's going to happen, but they give you enough for the newcomers to come in and be established with these characters and get to know these characters and truly connect with them too. Now let's talk about the characters, because Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey did amazing as Joel and Ellie. Now don't get me wrong, Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson were the GOATs, but I really think that Pedro and Bella really built on what they established in the game. Now everybody and their mama made the Game of Thrones joke, and I can't lie to you, I wish I got to see Lady Mormont and Oberyn share a scene together, but hey, this is as close as we're gonna get. Seeing Joel, like, you can tell that he's been through a lot and he had to do a lot of bad things just to stay alive, but you can also see there's a little bit of humanity left in him too. And with Ellie, she's still that snarky smartass that we all know and love. Seeing some of her reactions to things, like the first time she got to leave the quarantine zone, was actually pretty funny. But the person who kind of stole the show from me was Nico Parker's portrayal of Joel's daughter Sarah. You pal around with her a bit more than what you do in the game, so you truly get to see more of her personality. Her facial expressions with everything was going down was top tier. You can just sense the confusion and the fear that a child would feel in that situation. Like, you would think that Sarah is the main character, what makes what happens to her twice as tragic. I guess now I can say both the game and the show has made me cry in about 30 minutes, which is a weird flex, but hey, it happened. Like, if something can make me cry in 30 minutes, it's an automatic 10 out of 10.
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
One thing I hope they do is show more than what they've shown in the game, and what I mean by that is I want them to show more of characters like Tommy and Marlene. Like, I want to see how Tommy got to where he was in the game, and I want to see what Marlene is doing behind the scenes, because in the game Marlene was really only there at the beginning and the end, so I kind of hope we get to see a little bit of what she was doing in that in-between time. I also hope that they take all the major moments from the game and then just adapt them flawlessly, but also leave in a couple surprises so even the people who played the game could be like, oh fuck. I do wonder how long this series will be, because they packed a lot into this first episode, and if they keep going at this pace, I can see them doing maybe 2 seasons. But regardless of how long it is, I am here for the ride. This first episode did a fantastic job, and I cannot wait to see more of this. Thank you so much for listening, and please leave a comment below on your own thoughts on HBO's The Last of Us. It's been your boy Curtis from Black Heroes, and I'm out. Peace.